today on 15 on 15.
As we open the new year, the Aruba Carnival season kicks off with a bang. Plus, the Aruba Airport prepares this weekend to handle a record amount of passengers. And this is how 2016 was welcomed around the world. Thank you for joining us right here on Channel 15 ATV for our first show of 2016. I'm Daniela Piazzi. On the island of Aruba, it has been a hectic long weekend, with first New Year's being on Thursday night and the beginning of the carnival season opening with the Fakkeloptocht parade on Saturday evening.
The Aruba Carnival season kicked off this weekend on Saturday, the 2nd of January, with the Fakkeloptocht parade. Masses of all ages joined together in colorful shirts to show off their carnival spirit. Although the season is a short one this year, ending with the grand parade on the 7th of February, the participation from the community was not missing. 6,800 participants joined in 9 separate groups for the first parade of the year. This was especially long celebration, with New Year's ringing in just a day before. And of course, with these festivals, alcohol comes hand in hand. Within the few hours that this march lasted, 15 were detained, and there was a total of 3,400 florins in fines to be paid for offenses ranging from carrying weapons, drugs, fight, or being disrespectful conduct.
And for those who would like to be up to date with all of the Carnival Aruba history and celebrations for 2016, the official magazine Bacchanal is now out.
The Carnival magazine Bacchanal was first introduced 35 years ago based on the community's urge to conserve the memories of Carnival's visual and musical creations in a way that was more collective than just in the mind of an individual. This edition of the magazine is quite unique, and it gives contribute to the musical and carnival legends of Aruba, such as the Dushi Band's own Hildo Cruz and Sherodine Buckley from Nos Futuro Carnival Group. This publication contains this year's complete carnival schedule and list of carnival events bid. It also gives recognition to past queens, parades, and Aruba's carnival's history.
For more information on Bacchanal or the 62nd edition of Aruba's Carnival, you can visit www.arubabacchanal.com. On another note, as we are moving into a new year, the most common feeling is joy for having celebrated this time with friends and family. Another feeling can be angst, caused by potentially making last-minute tax moves. A recent online article claiming to make American taxpayers feel better by comparing their tax rates to other countries leaves Aruba feeling, well, kind of blue.
This article states that something that will make the American taxpayers feel better about their current situation is knowing that there are plenty of other countries out there. This article states that something that will make the American taxpayers feel better about the current situation is knowing that there are plenty of other countries out there with higher peak marginal individual income tax rates than the United States. The list begins with number 11 being Belgium with 50%. Later, it then moves forward to Denmark at third place with 55.41%. Sweden is second with 57%. Takes the number 1 spot with 58.95% marginal income tax rate. The article continues to state that the reason for these unusually high rates are the high standards of living the island has. Aruba generally has a low unemployment rate and residents enjoy a comfortable standard of living. But it is important to note that these numbers are not as scary as they seem. In Aruba, the peak marginal bracket of 58.95% doesn't kick in until nearly $166,000 in income is earned in a given year. Therefore, not all dollars earned are being taxed at such a high rate, and most residents are likely to be taxed at a considerably lower effective tax rate.
We will be back with more local English news after a quick commercial break. When we come back, this is how the Aruba Airport prepared for the most hectic weekend of the year. Thank you for staying with us right here on 15 on 15, Channel 15 ATV. As the year 2015 came to an end, the Aruba Airport Authority prepared for the busiest weekend of the year, which they call Super Weekend. Within the course of these 2 days, the Queen Beatrix Airport received over 25,000 passengers. Here is how they prepared for the occasion.
AAA has been working against the clock and has finally completed a rollout and expansion of technology to further automate its border control facilities with an investment of $2.25 million in automated border control gates and automated passport control kiosks. They were just in time to handle Super Weekend. For this occasion, AAA installed additional automated border control gates, bringing the airport's local immigration process to a total of 14 e-gates. These ABCs will allow passengers that have an e-passport to be processed through an automated passport reader system that connects with the Aruba Immigration's border management system. AAA has also invested in the installation of 12 additional automated passport control kiosks within the U.S. pre-clearance area, bringing the total to 22 kiosks. Additionally, the new kiosks provided now include upgrades which include facial recognition and the ability to process visa holders, improving the overall security of the U.S. border operation and improving the passenger experience.
On another note, as much of the Aruban community recovered from a hectic weekend, on Sunday afternoon, our sister island Curaçao celebrated their annual Feestdag boat party.
Feestdag is Curaçao's yearly recurring boat party in Feig Bay on the first Sunday of the year with boats and DJs. On the first Sunday of the year, everything that floats goes to Feig Bay for one big party on the water. At previous editions, artists like Chucky, Afrojack, Dimitri Vegas, and Like Mike, the Party Squad, Martin Garrix, and many more have manned the turntables of their own boats and even huge stages on the water. This year, big DJs such as Hardwell, Dimitri Vegas, and DJ Alvaro teased their appearances on Twitter. Since Feestdag is a naturally occurring event, so there are no tickets to be bought or entrance fees to be paid. All party goers need to do is make sure they have a boat to get there because no cars are permitted.
Before we go to break, check out these newborn twins that will forever share different birthdays. In San Diego, these babies were not only born on 2 different days, but in 2 different years.
Time at Kaiser Zion, twin babies ended last year and began the new year.
This is the first baby.
Twin babies. Little Jaylyn was born a minute before midnight in 2015, and her little brother Louis,
He's the New Year's baby.
3 minutes later in 2016. Proud Papa Luis Valencia says the babies weren't expected for another month, but they were excited when they found out the possibility.
We were actually watching the clock.
The Valencias actually had plans to ring in the new year up in L.A.
So I was planning to go up north with my family.
But now they're not only celebrating the new year, but the last one too.
It's pretty much the best of both worlds. So it means like 2 birthday parties back to back.
How cute are they? We'll be back with more 15 on 15 after a word from one of our sponsors. After the break, find out how the world celebrated the new year. Thank you for staying tuned to 15 on 15. On December 31st, much like many cities around the world, Aruba's skies lit up with fireworks in celebration of a new year. And of course, with the multicultural island that we are, this variety of traditions and celebrations comes with it. Our partners at NBC have a wrap-up of the biggest festivities to welcome 2016 from around the world.
The world celebrated overnight after what was, for many, a tough year. New Zealand's countdown setting off fireworks around the globe like a wave of goodwill. Japan releasing white balloons. Hong Kong's fireworks designed to look like smiley faces. And the skies lit up across the Middle East, where 2015 brought little to smile about. The threat of terrorism meant celebrations were cancelled in Belgium. A shame, many said.
There's no point in running away from it. So, yeah, I think they should have gone ahead with it.
Tourists still piled into Brussels city centre to enjoy the lights and treats. In Munich, German police evacuated and shut down 2 main train stations after receiving terror threats. Berlin tightened security and partied on. But in Paris, still scarred by November's ISIS massacre, they put on a show of defiance.
2016.
And in London, the River Thames was the stage for a New Year's extravaganza. While 2016 began in Rio with 2 million people filling Copacabana Beach to ring in the new year with laughter and love.
I love Brazil!
The spotlight will be on Brazil in the year ahead when it hosts the Summer Olympics. Last night, the world looked forward with hope, seeing in a truly happy new year. For today, Keir Simmons, NBC News, London.
What a spectacle that is. Once again, Happy New Year, and we hope from the ATV team that 2016 will bring you and your family many blessings. Thank you so much for watching. These were your local news updates and trending lifestyle topics. Be sure to like our 15 on 15 Facebook and Instagram page for all of your latest news updates. Also, don't forget to tune back in tomorrow night at 7:15 p.m. for more 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 ATV. See ya then.